Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. One thing I really like to show off on this channel are just inexpensive accessories. I like to test them out, see how well they work, see if they live up to the manufacturer's claims. We test some expensive gear in this channel, then we test some gear that's not so expensive. I would definitely say this Feyachi FL17 weapon light is definitely one of those items that's a little bit less expensive than many of the other flashlights that are out there. This flashlight comes in at $37.99 from Feyachi. Now this tester that we have right here was actually sent to me from Feyachi. It was sent for free. We're going to be testing it out in the honesty and full disclosure. And we're going to see what this has to offer. And one of the reasons, what I thought was kind of interesting about this is the mount that comes with it. I already have on my AR-15 pistol, on my 300 Blackout pistol, so I will show you the mount here, but Fireland makes an identical mount as this Feyachi model here, and that's going to make it easy for me to mount this flashlight. So if you watch my Fireland weapon light mount, I was saying that I really would like a flashlight that's going to fit that. Well, Fireland itself didn't have a flashlight at the time, but this Feyachi flashlight is actually going to work. So real quick, let's just go ahead and talk about what's in the box, and then we'll go through the specifications on the light, and we will begin the test. I'm going to do the same kind of testing on this that I do on O-lights and other lights, which is a water test, a drop test, an actual weapon firing test. We'll check it out and see how it is in the dark. We'll go out back and see how well it works when it's pitch black out, and just see if this thing kind of lives up to the hype that they claim. So, all right, real quick, in the box, what do we got? Let's check out the mount here. All right, if anything breaks, you guys are going to see it on camera. Again, I don't have an affiliate discount or anything like that for this. I'm not making anything off this aside from getting the flashlight to test out on the channel. And as you know, many of these accessories I do give away in giveaways and stuff like that. Yeah, so this mount is identical to the Fireland mount, which is fine. You've got 4 different bolts here. It's an M-lock mount. You've got your hardware right here, and they do include, you do get extra screws in case you happen to strip one out or have any problems. You do get the little tool with it. Oh, I do take that back. There's an extra set of hardware right here. What's great about this mount is, let's just say down the road you decide to put a different flashlight in. Hopefully you'll use this, but if something would happen, you have a little bit of adjustability and flexibility where you could go with a flashlight that's maybe a little bit bigger than a 1-inch diameter. But anyway, so this is great. I've already got this mounted, so we're not going to worry about this. We're just going to kind of keep this around. Overall impressions of the flashlight, let's just see. The coating seems to be really nice. I think it's an all-aluminum construction. Does seem fairly durable. Looks kind of like an anodized finish to it, which is good. You kind of that knurled front on it, which is nice. Ribbing, this is actually fairly slick, which is fine because it's going to be mounted, but if you ever have to take it off, there's really no grip that this offers, which is fine. Just keep your hands around it. It's going to be fine. Size-wise, okay, I've got medium-sized hands. No big deal there. Batteries, you've got a couple jumbo rechargeable batteries that come with it. And these are a 2200 milliamp 3.7 volt battery, so you're running 4400 milliamps through this unit. It should give you a pretty good runtime, which we'll get to the specifics here in just a minute. You do have a basic switch on the back that you can push, and I don't even know what this has for light modes. We're going to figure that out here in just a minute, but I'll take this off because we're going to be using the pressure mounted switch, which is good. Okay, so I don't see any kind of a gasket here. So when we do water test this, we're going to water test it with this cap on it. Usually they have like an O-ring inside of it. That's going to prevent it from leaking water. So I wouldn't recommend that you submerge this whole unit with the pressure switch on it, but it should be fairly water resistant for most of your rain situations and things like that. So here's your pressure switch and your back cap that goes on there. Very nice. Okay, and then to charge it, you charge one battery at a time. That's interesting. Just one at a time. Okay, so you're going to put one in there and plug it in, and it's probably going to turn green when it's ready to go. And usually, okay, so it'd be nice to have a double, but it looks like maybe you have to do one battery, then plug the second one in. Oh, I get it. All right. You're only going to use one battery at a time. Duh. Okay, my bad. All right, so there's only going to be one battery that's going to go in there. You'll have a spare battery. Good. You can always have one on standby, which is really cool. Once it's charged, throw this in your gear bag. Maybe put it in your, I don't know, maybe it'll fit in your pistol grip possibly. Keep it around as a spare. Maybe wrap something around it so it doesn't rattle. Okay, I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I thought for a second maybe it took 2, but obviously I have no idea or concept of size. So let's go and talk about the features of this light. We're going to get this battery charged up, and we will get this test on the road. All right, guys, so we got features, 1200 lumens after being fully charged with a reach out to 200 meters. More than adequate for a CQB situation. In fact, that might even be too many lumens for an indoor situation, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. 4 hours of lasting illumination. IP65 rating, water resistant, so we're going to hold it to that. I'll look up the IP65 standard and see if that's a 30-minute submerge or if it's just a dunk or whatever it is. Let's see, it'll last 4 hours. It takes 3 hours to get the battery pack fully charged. Working mode is on or off, so it looks like we don't have a strobe mode, which is fine. It's a Cree XPL V6 light bulb, okay, LED light. And the size is 5.3 inches by 1.3 inches by 1.3 inches. As soon as I get it fully charged and stuff and get it all put together, I will let you know what the weight is, because weight might be a consideration for you. And again, inside the box, you got the charger, 2 batteries, the mounting hardware with extra hardware, and the end cap with a pressure switch, and you're good to go. It does say, notice that battery life is related to ambient temperature. The lower the temperature, the shorter the battery life. Well, we'll run this down at room temperature and see how it does at roughly 70, 68, 70 degrees, and see if we can get 4 hours out of it. For first time use, please fully charge the battery for best illumination, will do. And the flashlight battery will become hot after a long time illuminating. Please be careful. Anybody that has any experience with tactical flashlights, you guys tend to know that too. So, and it's interesting. It says it does provide up to 1,300 lumens when the battery is first fully charged. And on Amazon, they show the light being shined into a light meter, an illumination meter, which is kind of interesting too. So, did they give us the weight on the website? No, they don't put the weight on there. So, all right, we'll figure it out. Okay, let's go and get the battery charged, and we will go from there. Okay, so beggars can't be choosers here, but Feyachi, it would be nice if you guys would have included maybe just a strip of Velcro with the pressure switch. It doesn't come with anything at all, so I was trying to look around and find something double-sided I could use. I did find a little strip of Velcro, so I just went ahead and mounted that on my handguard, and then I got this little cut strip on the bottom, which I can then just stick on and pretty much position it wherever I want to. And there's a little bit of extra cable here, so I don't know if I want to cable tie that out of the way or do something with it or put something around it like a little loop to maybe keep it in place, but you got to worry about barrel heat too. But this is going to be protected, obviously. So the mount is really not that bad. It's nice. It's on there. It's right where I want the light. And let me go ahead and just hold this for you and show you why I like it. Now the battery's still charging, so I can't turn it on just yet, but it will mount right onto your M-LOK handguards with no issues. The light's not too bulky, and it is a really nice fit. So let's go and check this out real quick. All right, so let's just go ahead and show it off, the mount from the side here. There we go. Okay, somebody had asked me why don't you mount it on the left side, mainly because my thumb goes over the top, and if I put the light on the left side, it would be running into my finger. Actually, they were asking about my previous setup that I was running there. Check out the other side here. Obviously, we are clear, by the way. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see the button or not, but the button is just right here. And there we go. What's nice about that is I can just rest my thumb up on it if I want to. I can click it right here, or really get my thumb up on it if I want to and click it that way. So I've got a pretty good positioning. I can still wrap my thumb up over the top if I want to. It does stay out of the way. It kind of depends on what kind of a handguard setup you're running with. That's going to determine how you're going to be able to do this. Obviously the light clears my little flip up iron sight with no issues. There you go. Plenty of room out of the space, probably about a ½ inch from the side of the side. Most of your flip-up iron sights are going to stay out of the way. It should not be an issue. Doesn't feel too heavy. Of course, I don't have the battery in here yet either, so I can't turn it on. But it is a nice little setup right there. Cable, again, a little bit annoying, so we might try to get that out of the way somehow. But I mean, it's not too bad, but I can see this getting caught on something, so you want to be very much aware of that if you're in any kind of a CQB situation, so you don't get that caught on anything, so you're going through branches or whatever, you know. That could be an issue, but overall, it's not bad. It's perfectly where I want it. I can turn it on and off quickly if I need to. The switch is right in the way. I don't have to change my position except just move my thumb. And pretty impressed with it so far. Okay guys, just a real quick little waterproof tester. So it's IP65 water resistant, which means that it's not completely submersible resistant from what I've seen, the specifications for that, but it is resistant to a jet of water or a stream of water, and also dust resistant, so you should not get any dust inside the case. I did discover that there's an O-ring around the body of the flashlight. Normally you find them in the caps, but this one actually has one around the body, so it is going to be water resistant enough. If you happen to drop it in water, you should be okay. But anyway, let's just see what happens. We'll turn it on. Okay, and go ahead and get it wet. Okay, then we'll go ahead and dry it off. I'm just holding it underneath the stream of water right now. It's not turning off. It's a good sign. Okay, let's go ahead and dry it off here real quick. And then we'll do the always crucial test. We'll take off the little back cap and see if there's any water intrusion in there. Granted, that was a pretty good soak, a lot more than maybe what it would normally be exposed to, but if you're out in pouring rain, that's going to be constant. So, all right, let's go ahead and take it off here. It's got a lot of threading on there, good seal. And no water inside there. You can see the water, I don't know if you can tell here, but it does stop at the O-ring right there, so it does actually prevent water from getting in there, which is a good thing. Battery's dry. Okay, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and do a little drop test. All right, so the flashlight is not expressly listed as being resistant to shock or drop. It says recoil resistant, but not drop resistant. And I know that can be a little bit of a different thing sometimes, right? A lot of us have, you know, recoil resistant scopes, but you might not want to drop your scope on the concrete, say for your rifle. So we're gonna go ahead and just drop this from 1 meter, 3 feet. I think that's a realistic drop for pretty much any kind of a flashlight. Say it flies out of your hands or flops out of a pocket and goes onto concrete. So we have the flashlight on. Now if I break it, this is pretty much gonna end the test right here. The bottom of this label is 3 feet up off the ground, or roughly 1 meter. Okay, we'll go and drop it. No problems at all. Did not really sustain any damage. Little nick right there on the end of it. And okay, so it is going to handle 1 drop. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Okay guys, it's pretty dark down here in the basement, almost pitch black. We're going to go ahead and fire it up. Nice beam, very strong beam. The glare isn't as bad in real life as it is on camera. Let's turn it off and you can see the difference. And what I like about it, you got a nice bright beam in the center there, a definite defined circle, gives you a nice concentration zone. But again, you don't get the glare in real life like you see on the camera. It's just kind of an effect of the camera. So, all right. Okay, let's go ahead and take it outside. Okay guys, so it is windy and cruddy and just kind of misting out right now. Perfect weather to test a flashlight. So let's go ahead and light up the side of the house here. Not bad. Okay. Turn it off just to show you the difference. And I pretty much test this zone all the time whenever I do any kind of a flashlight test on the channel. All right, let's go ahead and check out the backyard across the way to the neighbor's house. Really projects a really nice, definitely get that 200 meters that they promise, I can tell you that right now. I'm lighting up the back of their house. All right, and off, and on again. All right, not bad. Okay guys, it is 7:20 right now, and what we're going to do is go ahead and turn this flashlight on. I'm going to leave it in the sink because it can get really hot. I don't want this to melt anything or catch anything on fire. Not that it will, but I just want to be careful. So we're going to go ahead and just put the flashlight in the sink here, and we're going to do a little battery rundown test. We will be checking this in 30-minute increments and kind of keeping an eye on the battery. And I will let you know what kind of battery life we get out of a freshly charged battery. Okay guys, so I had just woken up when I started filming that initial footage of the flashlight when I turned it on. 7:20 I think is what I said. It is now 12:39. We even had to head out on the road, so we thought, well, should we leave it on? Should we turn it off? We decided to leave it on. And it is still on, which is absolutely remarkable. So you're looking at 4+ hours of runtime. I'd say the brightness is maybe 30% of where it left off, so it's not obviously nearly as bright as it was, but it would be adequate enough for a dark room, but not necessarily any kind of serious business. But anyway, all right, not bad. So let's go ahead and move on to the recoil test. We're going to go ahead and just put a magazine of 300 blackout through my AR pistol, and we'll have this on the front, and we'll see if the flashlight survives recoil, and we will go from there. So now the big question is, can it handle shock and vibration? Let's go ahead and run a little 300 blackout by it, and we'll find out. Okay, lights on. All right, here we go. Still on. Very good sign. Okay guys, that pretty much wraps up our coverage of the Feyachi FL17 tactical light testing. And as you know, we got this thing wet, we dropped it, we subjected it to different kinds of shock and stress. We did a battery rundown test on it. And you know, for under 40 bucks, it does offer a lot of value to somebody who is trying to get into some good defensive tactical lighting, but you're trying to do so on a budget. This whole setup is relatively inexpensive overall. I do like the mount with it. I feel like the hardware is fairly well built. It's got a nice finish on it. Seems like it's a nice durable light, and it should last. So we'll see how things go. It's nice having a second battery and a charger included all in one kit. So guys, make sure you check that out. I will put a link to it in the description box of this video. I don't have any kind of affiliate discount, nor do I get any kind of affiliate kickback from it. It's just a tester that Feyachi sent me to test out, and I wanted to bring that to you because that's what we're all about doing, is saving some money on this channel. So guys, if you like what you see, please like or subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, gunchannels.com, guntube.org, Gunstreamer, and UGEtube. Otherwise, in the meantime, we'll be bringing you a lot more coverage your way. So guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, y'all take care and have a good week. Bye-bye.